It's taping right now. No. Hey guys, welcome to Talk Tuesday. Firstly, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching my last video and sharing it with all your friends. I'm glad you all liked it. It means a lot to me. Today is a new day, however. Today we're going to talk about some things that really tick me off. They tick me off so bad that I had to make a video about it. Disclaimer, I'm sorry to every single one of my friends that may or may not do any of these things, and I don't hate you all, but these things annoy me. And if you ever catch me doing any of these things, please, you have my wholehearted permission. Slap me so hard in the face that I don't even know who Beyoncé is, which will be hard to do. Oh my god! So topic number one I'm going to talk about is recently I was watching The Social on the E! Network, and one of the girls on the panel, she was saying her son's age. They said, well, how old is he now? And she said, oh, he's about a year and a half. And then she stopped herself and she was like, no. He's 18 months. And then I thought, I don't like that. What are you doing here? A lot of women do this. A lot of people, not just women, sorry girls, a lot of human beings who have children seem to do this. As soon as they have children, they naturally say, oh, well, my baby's 2 months old, he's 3 months old. That's natural. And then they get into this thing where, like, even after the child is 12 months old, that's 1 year, by the way, for normal people, they still measure the child's life in months. He's 12 months, he's 14 months. No, the child is a year old. Why are you still counting in months? Or why didn't you say he's a year and 2 months? Why do you have to say he's 14 months? Anyway, so this girl, she stopped herself and then corrected herself to say, no, he's 18 months. 18 months is equal to a year and a half. You already know that it's a year and a half. Why are you still saying months? And some people do it so bad that they're literally like, he's 22 months. No, he's almost 2. That's all you have to say. When does it stop is what I want to know. When do you decide, and let me know. So please let me know, because I don't know, and I want to be enlightened. When do you, as a parent, decide, my child is now worthy of having a year age instead of months? He is not 36 months. He is 3 years old. I'm just curious. No one seems to make a big deal when that stops. And I don't know when it stops. It seems to be different for everybody. I don't feel, that doesn't sit well with me. Here's another thing. You're celebrating months. If you're telling people your child is 12 months old, are they invited to his first birthday or his 12 month anniversary of his birth? Like, when does it stop? Please come to his 24-month birthday. What? He's 2 years old. If you're saying a lot to other people he's 24 months, you can't celebrate his second birthday. You have to stick to it. Be consistent. When does it end? It's madness. I think it's madness. Do you think it's madness? I want to know why it happens and when does it stop. And here's another thing. If I ask you how old your child is, it's because I don't know. I'm trying to eliminate the guesswork and finding out your child's age. So by giving me his age in months, I asked how old he was. I didn't want a math equation in return. Like, I wanted to know without trying to guess how old the child was, and you just made it even more difficult. I can't do mental math. I don't know how old 22 months is. It takes a minute or two to figure it out. I asked how old the child was so you could tell me the age so I didn't have to guess. Stop making this harder for the world. You're probably even confusing the child. The child is like, everyone else is turning 2 today. How come I'm only 24 months? That doesn't seem the same. Why am I so much older than everyone else? Do you feel me? Am I right? Like, do you understand this? Does this make sense? I just don't get it. It's perplexing my mind. Please enlighten me. I want to know if it happens to you. Do you experience too? Is anyone else annoyed by this? I'm not trying to tell any person how to parent a child, because I am not a parent. But I do know that throughout the entirety of my life, I was at age in years. I'm not currently like a million months old in 4 days, so I just don't understand. And that's all I need to say about it. Before I get into topic number 2, I had a thought, and I want to know if you guys have the answer to this. On iPhones, there are emojis. My favorite emoji are and is it emojis? Or is emoji plural already? That's a different question, which we'll get to another day. I didn't have time for that. Are the monkeys. They're like covering their eyes, covering their mouth, or covering their ears. Now these are my go-to emoji. And recently, this just came back into my mind right now, I was looking at my phone, and every time I go to get those monkeys, they're in the same section with all of the other faces. But there is a whole other section of emojis in a different category that are for animals. And one of the animals in that section is the same monkey that's covering his eyes and ears and mouth, but his whole body. Why aren't those 3 monkeys in the category of the animals? Why are you going to have categories if you're going to be wishy-washy? Are these even monkeys? Am I just wrong? What's happening? It's not even a different monkey. It's literally the exact same monkey, same color, same face, everything, but full body in the animal section. So why wouldn't they put that monkey's face with all of the other animal faces instead of with the human faces? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. That's the answer. I want you all to look at your phones and you tell me. There are a lot of different things in emoji categories that don't fit. So topic number 2 is something that annoyed me for many years, from the end of high school throughout university now. And it happens in the classroom, so putting my classmates on blast. Once again, if any of you do this, I don't hate you. I'm so sorry, but you need to have a revelation and realize that this doesn't make sense. So, you're in the classroom, you're having a group discussion, and someone raises their hand. They raise their hand like we have been taught to do for years, and then the teacher calls on them, and they say, "Yes, Chris?" And you say, "Oh, yes, actually I just had a question." And the teacher goes, Yes, please go on. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, we know, because you raised your hand. That's what you're supposed to do when you have a question. It's not a shock to my system that you then have a question after you raised your hand. In fact, I guarantee every single person in the classroom literally could probably guess that you had a question before you even finished raising your hand. We know that you have a question. That's what raising your hand is for. You're, in fact, wasting my time, at least, if not anyone else's, by announcing that you have a question. Because you could have asked the question in the time that you basically announced that you're going to then ask a question, and then the teacher reaffirms that you can then ask the question that you've announced. Why are you doing that? It's unnecessary. I don't like it. And I roll my eyes every time. So if you ever see me in the classroom and someone just raised their hand and I rolled my eyes, that might be why. Maybe not, because there's a lot of things in the classroom that annoy me, but that's certainly on my list. It's different to me, I think, if you're going to raise your hand and then say, I just had a comment, because that's not typical. We know we raise our hand, we ask to use the bathroom in like high school or elementary school, we ask questions, we ask if we can write something on the board, whatever. But, like, a comment is different. So you can say, I just had a comment, and they go, okay, go ahead. Like, I just wanted to talk about what this person said. Cool. But, like, raise your hand to announce you have a question is redundant. And stop, please, because it's making me crazy. I feel so frustrated when this happens, so much so that when I think back on it, it physically, like, it peeves me. Does this happen to you guys? Like, I want to know. Hopefully I didn't talk your guys' ears off too much, and hopefully I didn't sound like a psycho biznitch. What's a biznitch? Like a psycho bitch that complains about everything. But these things just bother me, and you know what? I feel safe here with you guys, and I can tell you when things bother me. And I want to know what bothers you guys too. So, thanks again for watching. Peace, love, and Beyoncé. Like and subscribe. See you next Tuesday. What was that sound? Did you hear that?